Yeah, the camera's live.
Welcome to the first episode of We Should Have Been Done This Podcast. I am Shaun Manning.
Jason Jamerson.
So please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
MySpace, Black Planet.
Hey, we
Moco Space, Crush Spot.
No, Crush Spot.
Crush Spot.
What about Plenty of Fish?
I don't know about
We're not on Plenty of Fish.
No POF.
All right. So this season, NFL, who you got? What you got?
You already know I got.
Oh,
Bleeding Blue, baby. Lions till I die, homie.
They're not better than the 49ers.
They can be the
Or
49ers.
the Eagles. You said what?
They can be the 49ers.
Is Brock Purdy in jail?
No. So here's my philosophy. I drink the Kool-Aid, but I ain't crazy.
Okay.
I ain't crazy. I had to stop myself before I got canceled. I drink the Kool-Aid, but I ain't crazy. They have to play the perfect game at this point in the season to beat the 49ers. Like, they would have to play the perfect game. They can't make no mistakes, and they would have to make the 49ers make mistakes, which Brock Purdy does not do, apparently.
No, he doesn't.
You know.
Was he 12-0?
Yeah, whatever it is, he ain't lost. So they'd have to do that. And then, but I think they can beat the Eagles.
I agree. Well, could they beat the Eagles, or are the Eagles prone to beat themselves?
No, they can beat the Eagles.
What would you
see? That's the thing, man. Everybody be saying that all the time.
No.
Like, oh, they always give whenever the Lions beat somebody, they always try to play it like, oh no, they got lucky. They beat themselves. Oh, they let the Lions in. I think they just underestimated the Lions. Why can't the Lions just be good for once? They're good.
I'm not even saying that in regards to the Lions.
You know what? I'm out of here. Take off this mic.
I'm
done already.
Saying,
I quit this podcast
already.
Just
looking at Jalen Hurts, more talented, obviously, than Brock. But as we have both agreed on, he doesn't really make the mistakes. And the 49ers have a better defense. And you and I had talked off camera that the Eagles lost a lot on their defense last season, coming into this season. So that's why I'm saying beat themselves. No indictment on what the Lions can or can't do.
You win and you lose. That's the league we in.
Okay. You
win and you lose. Any given Sunday. That's where the term came from. Nobody got lucky. It's just any given Sunday. That's why I love the NFL over the NBA. It is a lot more of a team sport as far as like who has the better game plan. Because you could clearly have the better personnel in the NFL.
True. But
the game planning of that team, just if you look for the 45s right there.
They are right there.
Yeah, if you game plan the right way, it don't matter who they got on the team.
So, who do you have AFC?
That's a tough one. Ain't nobody really wowing me over in the AFC.
Not even Miami?
Not since they lost to the Bills, and then the Bills lost twice.
The Bills have lost twice.
It's all you giving them claps.
Well, I might as well. It don't matter.
It's all wild over there in the AFC. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll probably who do I got in the AFC?
So why are you thinking that? Just to touch back on Purdy, given his draft position, very small sample size. But given his draft position, given his reading, making the right read, making the good throw, given it's early. Given his draft position.
Don't tell me you talk about no greatest of all time.
No. But I'm saying, is it possible he could be on the path of Brady-like? I'm not saying Hall of Famer, but just based off of both of them being last man on the totem pole.
If he keep winning, yeah. Like if he mess around and go undefeated and win the Super Bowl this year, then absolutely.
Undefeated. That's the conversation.
Because for sure.
Because Mahomes got one, and then all of a sudden it was GOAT talk immediately, and they didn't go undefeated.
No, they did not. I guess just because they are the reigning champions, I guess I gotta go Kansas City.
Okay.
Even though I feel like they probably gonna get upset in the playoffs because they just don't got the firepower that they once had.
All right, so
back utilize Travis Kelce and
they definitely, as great as Mahomes is, they definitely move on Travis Kelce's ankles.
Yeah, the one game they lost was without Travis Kelce, and since then they had some close calls too this season.
They barely beat the Broncos, and he had what 5 receptions in the first quarter.
Yeah, with like 100-something yards.
They go as he goes. So we got Kansas City. Where would you put what's the situation with Lamar?
He ain't got nobody to throw the ball to.
Now, what about the fumbles and the bad?
They wouldn't even be in the position for that if they was catching the ball. That's my thing. Like, people, this is what gets me. People don't look at the whole totality of everything. Yes, at the end of the game, he fumbled the ball. But if people were catching those passes,
there was a pick as well.
There was a pick. But if before that happened, everybody was catching the passes that they were supposed to be catching. It's one thing if he overthrew them.
For sure,
they dropping the passes. If they actually caught the passes, they wouldn't even be in that situation. So now you're gonna blame y'all put the game in my hands to where it ultimately is. If we win, it's on me. If we lose, it's on me.
Well, but he is a $200 million man. I
mean, what that got to do with them dropping passes?
With great power comes great responsibility.
You ain't dropping. Listen, that's why I wouldn't be a quarterback.
Okay,
I wouldn't be no quarterback. It's too much responsibility.
Okay, so
put me as a punter.
Quick transition. Still possibly sports related, kind of sports related. What do you feel? Do you think? I don't want to use the word steroids, but that's what they are. Do you think that those should be allowed, regulated in professional sports, especially if it's a matter of you being able to recover and to heal faster, and if everybody has an equal opportunity? Like, yes, okay, I do want to make $300 million, but I would also not like to walk with a limp. I would love to be able to, hold my children. You know what I mean? So where do you feel that plays a part?
I don't think that it would be equal opportunity because of underlying health conditions. Everybody wouldn't be able to take them. Like there's people just genetically are just gifted. You're gonna give them extra on top of that? Like that's,
I mean, but that's not their fault.
It's not their fault, but it still wouldn't be like in order for it to be the case, you would say, oh, if everybody can take them, then it's even across the board. But what if somebody has a underlying heart problem or something like that? They don't know until they take the steroids and it unlocks it like a
very, very true.
You know what I'm saying? They get a whole new level of disease because they took the steroids. Because I mean, you see how steroids is affecting these people in the long term, the bodybuilders and everything. So
no, but is that from the abuse or is that just from any initial use, in your opinion?
I think it's both.
Okay.
So, I mean, so like, there's the abuse. Oh, you getting the other way? My bad.
Oh no, you good, man. I was listening. You good?
No, man. I ain't about to be that guy. Everybody see me on camera, make you rack your own, get your own weights and whatnot. Actually, like, he's a horrible workout partner. I'm not his partner right now. I ain't working out.
He's not working out. I think that was its own indictment.
It doesn't matter. I'm hungry and tired and sleepy.
Oh, wow.
Today just ain't it.
I don't need no clip. It's fine. So go ahead. What were you saying?
It's too late. What was I saying? I'm hungry and tired and sleepy. I forgot.
We were talking about underlying issues.
Underlying issues, whatnot. You may end up having something going on. So technically, everybody would not be able to use them.
No, bodybuilding. We were saying people abusing. People abusing. My fault.
Oh yeah.
Like if an athlete abused it, like a bodybuilder, that would be to me the difference. Is like a bodybuilder would go above and beyond. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm just asking, man.
Yeah. I feel like if you, because you gotta explain abusing. Like nobody's doing one cycle and calling it a day.
I mean, abusing would be definitely without saying a name, but if you're some of the monsters,
I say a name.
Those
I ain't scared of none of that. What they gonna do?
Okay, well, go ahead.
What you gonna do? I'll tip my head to the side.
Okay, go ahead. Say the name.
No, but so abusing.
I thought you were gonna say the name.
I mean, there's people who already. Well, that's the other thing too. Say as many names as you want because everybody saying it. You got Larry Wheels, you got Phil Heath. All of them are saying like, "Oh yeah, I was taking it."
Okay, right.
So like everybody's, but now they're getting praised for saying they took it after years of using it and making us feel like, "Oh yeah, all you got to do is eat chicken and broccoli and rice." and work out hard and eat your vitamins and drink your milk and say your prayers. And someday you're going to be as big and strong as me.
Those years of dysmorphia.
My whole fitness journey was built on a foundation of lies.
But so what if test is very popular. TRT, for those of you that don't know, that would be testosterone.
Testosterone replacement therapy.
So that is very popular now. That, according to some, I guess if it's in a competitive capacity, would still be considered a banned substance or a steroid. But for a regular Joe, what are your thoughts? Okay. Well, he's downloading at the moment. We'll be right back.
No, I mean, ultimately, anything you take my philosophy has always been anything you get or anything you achieve unnaturally cannot be maintained naturally. That's always been my philosophy.
I disagree. Even from a banned situation, when I had investigated, because I thought about it, you're damn right I thought about it. Because I had thought about it, and once you got to a certain peak, as it was told to me, I think you had to then cycle off, and hey, y'all in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. Cycle off, but you had to maintain as far as eating and lifting until your body had adapted to that size, as it was told to me, and even the research that I did. Now, could I be 310, massive and lean? No, I think no matter what, my body would go down to maybe I could get 260, but then that would then go to the underlying issues and then to the heart situation. Now, if I've somehow found a way to maintain, 310, obviously my heart is working in overdrive.
So it's just going to explode at some point.
That is a possibility.
I'm gonna see you what you just said, and I'm gonna raise you a question.
Sure.
Do you feel like the research that you researched is accurate?
Oh, I mean, it's on the internet, so I mean, you never know.
So here's my thing: the research of fitness and the study of fitness as a whole is relatively new in the first place. Nobody was really doing the research and the science behind it.
This was about 4 or 5 years ago, so yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was about 8 years ago.
So it's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Is there enough research, realistically, in your opinion, is there enough research to really talk about long-term effects or anything like that? Like 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, you may be able to maintain it for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
But, once your body, because if you... That's the steroid / you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Testosterone, steroid, whatever it is you're using. It may take a long time to get out your system. That cycle life they may say it's this much, but who's really even done the research?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at long term like that to see the case, to see if that's the case.
And then if you look at the people you mentioned, or even look at Ronnie Coleman, some of the competitors that have passed. If you look at, some would say they might have abused it because the majority of them, even Cedric
Yarborough?
No, Cedric what? Cedric Cedric McMillan, I believe. But again, he was massive, and lean and aesthetic. But then you look at Arnold, who then was, the pinnacle. But now you have guys twice his size, that don't even 3 times his size.
Look at all natural to me.
Right. So is he still here due to having the finances and not overdoing it? Or was he just lucky? Because even the guys of his era are still here.
Arnold looks good for his age. However, when I say, like I said, you can't maintain naturally what you've achieved unnaturally.
For sure.
Okay. Nobody, as time goes on, of course, Father Time gonna
undefeated.
Show his head. He's undefeated. But even outside of that, nobody looks the same. That's why they all start preaching, oh, you gotta do cardio, and everybody's getting smaller and leaner after they get off of it.
Yeah.
So heck no, you can't stay the same after you got there. If you get off of it.
I mean, but what's okay.
Because let's say Like we brought up Phil Heath. Phil Heath was huge when he was on it. Now he's not. Still big, but not as big as he was before.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying, to the point where I think those guys were, like when I was saying like the 310. I don't think I'd be able to maintain 310.
Nobody can maintain 310.
Maybe 260.
And that's where I think like some of the bigger bodybuilders, they abuse it because ain't nobody naturally getting that big and lean.
Right.
And nobody can stay that big and lean once they get off of the juice.
Because everybody kind of comes down. Even athletes, like, as we get older, everybody kind of, you got to recognize when it's your time you got to what they say. I'm gonna say this. Is this my camera? Oh yeah, that's true.
First of all, Kenny Rogers once said, "You got to know when to hold them, and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to know that you're not the guy who's squatting 405 for 15 reps no more, because your joints can't take it, and your testosterone levels are lowering. One, because you're just getting old, and two, because you use so much steroids and testosterone throughout your life, your body not even producing it on its own the way it should be."
So then I have a question. If we are on, the path we're on, I'm a little older than you, let's say 10, 15 years down the line, maybe the T does start running a little low. Then at that point, do I TRT it?
Well, I mean, that's,
because then I need it.
Once again, you need it.
Right.
You say you need it. So TRT is the doctor can prescribe that. That's just because your testosterone is low. But if you like 21, 22 years old and you just want it because you want to get bigger, so I'm like, I want to get some more testosterone in my system so I can get bigger, or whatever the case may be. I want to get stronger. I want my chest to look bigger. I want my arms. I don't know why 22-year-olds on TRT sound like Shaq to me. I want my shoulders to be bigger. I need bigger
bro
traps.
talk.
I need bigger traps.
Yeah, that's that bro talk.
Yeah, like you 22 years old. You pardon my French, but your testicles haven't even dropped yet.
Oh, okay.
Like you don't even you haven't even really fully started producing your testosterone yet.
Now you're getting dicey. Okay.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm sorry for speaking so spicy. And if my grandma's watching this, I'm sorry after you hear me use such language. But it's the case. Like these people, they kids are so young, taking these performance enhancing drugs, or PEDs. Whenever y'all read sports articles, that's what that means. Taking these performance enhancing drugs before their body is even in prime position. Like your body hasn't even hit its genetic peak yet for you to achieve everything you can do naturally.
What if someone wanted to take it for fat loss?
I mean, it's the same deal. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose, well, not the whole purpose, but
like, what if somebody just wanted just a little pep in the step, instead of doing half mile to do a mile and a half, 2 miles. You know what I mean? Just a little pep in the step.
But so here's the thing: they say they just want it for a little bit, but you don't take a little bit to get a little better. You still got to take whatever the recommended dose is to get the full benefit. So now what you do with that, after that is a different story. But like if you're, because ultimately, fat loss, we all know, well, not all of us may not know, but it is known now that fat loss is connected to muscle gain. So
because it
burns more fat, boosts your metabolism to the point where you're burning more calories when you're not working out, which is where the majority of your weight loss is going to come, is from the calories you burn when you're not working out, not when you are working out.
Can you target where you want to get fat from?
So I still personally do not think so. However, there have been studies coming out, and a lot of people saying that, with the sweatbands and all that good, they saying like, the only reason why the midsection area isn't burning the fat that it should be burning is because it's not enough blood getting to the fat cells.
Right.
So that's where you gotta heat it up,
circulation and all that.
I still don't think that is a spot training is still possible. I still don't think that. I think that helps with that area.
But no one's doing it while sitting on the couch.
Yeah, no one's doing it while sitting on the couch.
Like it's a woman on the Stairmaster.
If you're
for
still
40
working
minutes.
out, but you're still losing from everywhere. It's just helping getting that area, going.
Sure.
But you're still going to be losing fat from all over the place.
Walking on incline.
Yeah. What's that one that people be doing now? The
Stairmaster.
Like, you get on the incline for 3 minutes and then you jog on. I can't remember what it is. It's like
I did do it. It was a.
I mean, it's
So that was a good burn.
It's
I did do it. It was a good burn.
The actual workout ain't the problem. It's the way it's marketed for me. Well, like when they say, "Oh, it's a fat burn," and I get it. It's part of the game. Ain't nobody going. If you tell people what they want to hear, they're more likely to do it.
That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. However, and once again, like I said, I like it for the fact that I hate doing cardio. So doing something like that gives me more variety in my cardio, so I don't feel bored. I don't get bored. Like you catching me on the treadmill for 30 minutes or longer is a miracle. I will take 10 minutes on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the bike, 10 minutes on the Stairmaster before I spend 30 minutes.
Sometimes you got to knock 2 miles out. You just got to
walk
it out.
Do it outside.
You got to walk. We got to walk it out.
This is why I like walking outside.
You got to just walk it out. Inside, outside. Get your 2 miles in. Get your 3 miles in. Or just start with a 10-minute walk after a meal or before a meal. But you got to walk it out one way or another. Sorry.
I like walking outside or running outside because I get to a point where it's the point of no return. If I get like half a mile down the street,
you got to turn around and come back,
and that's another half a mile right there. So I just got my mile right there.
It's called Uber.
No, I'm not about to spend no money.
It's called Uber.
That is the epitome of laziness right there.
It's called Uber.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'd rather do that than sit on that hamster wheel.
So, spot train.
I personally don't think so. I don't think so. But,
okay.
I mean, hey, somebody out there can prove me wrong without getting any kind of surgery or not even surgery, just non-invasive procedure.
Cool sculptor.
Yeah, like the name of the game is spot training. I'm talking about working out and you just losing from one area. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, and I'll post it on this channel.
All right, well, you heard that. He'll post it on the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. That is
the end. Oh, Jason Jason Jamerson.
Shaun Manning. Tune in next time.
Arrivederci.